Hello and welcome back to another video. This time we're looking at SUI on the daily time frame, as we always like to start on the daily time frame because it gives us a wider perspective in terms of looking at price action. Let's bring that quite tight. So if you've seen any of my previous videos, I like to begin my analysis with traditional trend lines, and immediately the high of March 2024 and the price touching in October 2024 and price hovering around this support area is what has caught my attention. If I draw a momentum line going downwards, we can see that actually price is or has just broken out of that downward momentum line, which is what's interesting to me. So before we switch on our EngineeringRobo, let's just take stock of what's actually happened. So price previously came up to the $2.18 area, this is on Binance, and dropped downwards. It then revisited that in October, popped above it, but didn't really hold, come back down, and then late in November or early November, price took off and went to all-time high in January early this year. Since the all-time high in January, price has just seen a steady decline going downwards, hence the momentum line. But what's interesting is price has actually held onto that previous resistance, now turned support. So with our trend lines in play, let's now switch on EngineeringRobo AI. And if you've seen my previous videos, I like to look for 5 signals, and we'd like to have 3 out of these 5 signals to be true before we can actually enter a trade. This is on a daily time. This is on a daily time frame, and I will begin to pull in the EngineeringRobo AI to understand what it's telling us. Should we be considering going long on the daily time frame? So I'll go through the watch framework that I like to use. The W stands for whales, whale activity, and this is denoted by smart money. We can see that smart money is currently out, so that's a cross for whales. Artificial intelligence buy or sell signal, this is what we are saying. Sorry, it's this one, AI signal here. This is the artificial intelligence buy or sell signal. Currently we have an AI sell in play, and I just want to focus in on that a little bit because this is a really key signal that the indicator prints. Once it's printed, it doesn't actually change. And I just want to give you guys an indication of how strong this signal is. On a daily time frame, since it was printed, we have seen price drop to all-time low, local low, let's call it, of 52%. That's since the AI signal was printed. So if we're looking from the all-time high, obviously it's absolutely difficult to time the tops, but from a drop from right at the very top, we've seen a 63% drop right from the very top. But for the indicator to actually catch the drop, once we've had a confirmed trend, right to the lows, it would have been 52%. If we were conservative, and say at the bottom of this week, let's say this week here, that was printed on February the 3rd, that is a substantial 41% or 42% trade that you would have caught just with the AI sell signal. But as I was alluding to before, we don't just look for one criteria of a sell signal to either get into a trade or get out of a trade. Right now, we're considering to enter a trade to go long. On the daily time frame, we've established that the whales are not currently in there, and we don't yet have an artificial intelligence buy signal. This sell signal is still in play. In terms of a trend line break, I can say that we do have a confirmed trend line break. We discussed those on the top of the video there. And then I'll come back to the cloud signal in a moment. And the H stands for a high intelligence score. Currently it's in red and currently it's 4. So that is a no on that one. If you haven't seen my videos, let's switch on the cloud signal here. And this is another signal that the indicator brings in to give us a full picture to help us understand and take trades. Currently, we're in the red zone, and for us to be bullish or to consider a long, we would want the cloud to be green. However, we do look for 3 out of 5 signals. So whichever 3 it would be, that would give us a good confluence and confidence for us to enter a trade. At the moment, the cloud signal is also red on the daily time frame. So for us right now on the daily time frame, we have only got 1 out of 5 signals for us to be true. So we can't really consider it if we're looking for a position trade or a swing trade on the daily time frame. However, if we go down to the 3-minute time frame, we can see that it's a completely different story. So let's look and zone in on this. We'll keep the watch acronym up there as well. What we can see is the green cloud has printed, so that's a win for the cloud. We can see that the whales are still out, so let's just refocus on this. So whales is still no. A is the AI signal, T is the trendline break, H is the high intelligence score. So we've got a cloud signal, we've got a AI buy signal as well that printed on the Monday the 24th. So today is the 25th, so that was printed yesterday. So we can confirm that the AI signal is also in play on the 3-hour time frame. We've had a trend line break, and on the 3-hour time frame, we can see that the AI social intelligence score is completely different. It's a bullish maximum green, which means that the social sentiment on SUI is actually increasing. In fact, if we were to take this a little bit further, we can see that on all of the smaller time frames, 15-minute, 45, 3-hour, they are all green and bullish. So could it be that the daily is the last one to flip bullish, and then for SUI to actually really take off in terms of matching our all-time highs? Potentially, yes. So we've got a high intelligence score. Looking just at the acronym, we have got 4 out of 5 trades, or 4 out of 5 conditions for us to be true. Could we be smarter than smart money by using EngineeringRobo AI to get in on this trade? Hope you found this video useful. It's for educational purposes only, but if you're considering going long, now could be a potential good opportunity. Till the next one.